Good day everyone. Today we'll be having a closer look at some of the changes Stormblood has brought to fishers, as well as the new spearfishing mechanic and how it works. To start things off, let's have a look at the new abilities introduced for regular fishing. At level 63, Mooch 2 allows fishers to mooch normal quality fish. That's right, but with a few restrictions. In addition to costing GP, it carries a hefty cooldown, and it can only be utilized within the first few seconds after hooking a fish. At level 65, fishers gain the ability to double hook, increasing the amount of fish caught in a single cast at a significant GP cost. The yield scales with the type of fish, as well as your gathering rating, and certain more exotic fish may not be double hooked. And lastly, at level 70, fishers gain a passive increase to their GP regeneration, from 5 to 6 points every 3 seconds. While it may not seem like much, the difference builds up over time, and is certainly noticeable when waiting between casts. Now then, let's move on to spearfishing, the all-new gathering mechanic for fishers. Unlocked at level 61 at the Kojin village Tamamizu, spearfishing allows players to interact with underwater gathering nodes, known as teeming waters. By executing the new gig ability while the waters are bubbling, it's possible to gather new types of fish that can only be found underwater. Each attempt, whether it be successful or not, will drain the durability of the node, much like how it behaves for mining and botany, and once it's been exhausted, it's time to look for fresh teeming waters. Of course, since regular fishing abilities cannot be used underwater, an entirely new set of actions was made available specifically for spearfishing. Let's have a look at the most important ones. Firstly, we have Gig Head, an ability that allows you to adjust the shape of your spear to better match the size of your prey, and increase the chances of landing the right catch. Next, we have Veteran Trade. At a moderate GP cost, this ability will prevent the last fish you caught from reappearing in your remaining attempts. Keep in mind, however, that Veteran Trade does not stack, and new applications will overwrite older ones, so you may only prevent one type of fish from reappearing at any time. The ability Calm Waters grants an additional attempt at your gathering node, at a significant GP cost. Up next, we have Bountiful Catch. This ability will increase the amount of fish caught on your next attempt. Just like Double Hook, the yield varies according to the type of fish, as well as your gathering rating, and it may not have an effect on rare fish. And finally, we have Nature's Bounty. At a small GP cost, this ability increases the chance of catching a bigger version of your next fish, ideal for raising collectability. Contrary to what the skill's vague description would suggest, Nature's Bounty does not increase the chance of catching big fish exclusively. Lastly, it's important to go over spearfishing's very own version of unspoiled nodes, or the swimming shadows. Instead of appearing on set times throughout the day, swimming shadows can be manually spawned by catching specific fish from regular nodes. Your progress towards spawning the swimming shadows can be seen through system messages, and upon appearing, it will be highlighted on your minimap, provided you have the Truth of Oceans skill active. The type and amount of fish required to spawn the swimming shadows varies from zone to zone, and to make it reappear, it'll be necessary to repeat the process. And that should cover everything you need to know about fishing in Stormblood. Our journey through the Far East has only just begun, and it'll be interesting to see how the developers will nurture fishing as we move forward.